Yo, your Rip City Kid, he's back. No one's watching these videos. No, it's cool. I just made this channel today. Who knows what'll happen? But yeah. So just wanted to talk a little bit more myself, cause I'm the shit. No, I'm playing. Not really. I'm really the shit. But seriously. Anyways, I touched on something briefly in my last video. That I was homeschooled. I forgot to talk about that because that's a big part of me too. Um, there was a private school that like my parents' friends and some were sending their kids to, and like some of my friends were going to like for kindergarten or whatever, first grade, and there was a waiting list, and I was on the waiting list or whatever, and I didn't get in. They filled up or whatever early and stuff. So my mom was like, "Oh, we'll just homeschool him, and then when like next year or whatever when it opens up, then then he can go or whatever." And so it, like we homeschooled or whatever, and like we had a really good time. Like it was fun. And so the next year we were like, she was like, "Do you want to homeschool again?" And I was like, "Let me think about this. Do I want to wake up early, be with a whole bunch of retarded kids? No offense, but I mean, like kids are so stupid. Let's be real. Like they're like, like young kids are like, poop. Oh my god. Like I'm like I was immature too, but have like homework and assignments, be in a classroom for like 7 hours or whatever, and I have raging off the hook ADHD. Like I can't sit still, cannot sit still, and I mean like all the that structure, and then or I could sit at home. I could be at home, wake up late, like have some like hot chocolate in the morning, like read some book or whatever. And I mean, it was so concentrated too. And so I'd be done with all my schoolwork in like 2 hours, all of it for the day, and I could do whatever I want. I go build a tree fort, blah blah. Then all my friends would get out of school, and if like one school had like homework or whatever, like a project, then I would hang out with my kids, like my friends from the other school, and like I had friends from like 3 or 4 different schools around the area, and so like, I was more social. I was more social than those kids, and like, cause like I never had to be like, oh, I can't do anything. Cause I had to, like, I'm done, son. And so, every day after school, my house was kind of like the center meeting place for everyone. And so after school, I would have like 2 to 7 people over, on average, usually around like 4 or 5 friends over every single day after school. My mom would make a double batch of cookies every single day, no lie. Ask my friends. So that was really cool. I mean, like I got the opportunity to be more social than people who went to school, um, and it was laid back and it was catered to my learning style. I would like learn spelling as I was like rolling down the the floor between the table and like the wall, or whatever, on a skateboard on my chest, and like I'd be like I should like say a word. I'd be like spelling it, like running laps around the house and stuff, and if I get too out of hand, she would just be like, I couldn't focus, or whatever. She'd be like, take a lap, and like that happens so much. Like take a lap, like that's in my mind. Um, and I would be, she would make me run around the block, and then if I came back and I was still too crazy, she'd be like, take another one. It's like I'd run around the block until like I got some energy out. So I mean that catered to me, and so homeschool was really a positive experience for me. And I was homeschooled K through 8, no lie. And people are like when people find that out, first of all they don't believe me a lot of times, um, and then they're like, the second thing is like, why aren't you weird? And I'm like, I'm fucking weird. I'm weird as shit. But can you swear on you? Like some people, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so like I'm like, I'm weird, but they mean like, you know what I mean. And like they're talking about more like stereotypical like Amish type, like like I'm dressed different, like I'm nerdy and like no hate on Amish people. I'm just saying that they think that maybe like I don't like electricity, and like that I dress all weird, like suspenders, my pants are up to here, and like I'm like, oh yeah, like what's your favorite dinosaur? Like I like the Tyrannosaurus. Like you have to make up some obscure dinosaur, because like the weird kids never like the T-Rex. That's a good test to see if you're weird. Like, what's your dinosaur? You're like Velociraptor, son. Like T-Rex, like whatever. If some like little kid's like, I like the blah blah blah, like some like random ass name, then you're like, you're probably weird. You know too much about dinosaurs. Anyways, homeschool. Yeah. Anyways, so it was always a really positive experience. I'm very anti homeschool actually, for the most part, because most people that homeschool are doing it to avoid something. Like we did it because we enjoyed it and liked it and it worked. and like I was more social because of it, and like I played every sport and had so many friends and everything. And but most people are homeschooling because they're trying to avoid the school system. Like we were doing it because we liked it, more. If you're doing it because you're avoiding the school system, which is what most people do, that's a negative thing. Like you don't want your kids, like you're protecting them from the evil school system that's teaching them like science and stuff. And like that's crazy. That is crazy. And you're sheltering them from like society, and that's why homeschool kids are so weird, because they're forced to be with you parents that are like afraid of like society. And so of course the homeschool kids are going to be weird as shit, because you're sheltering them from the real world, and they have to spend all the time with you, and you are clearly messed up because of how you view the world. And so that's why homeschool kids get so weird, because they're forced to be around their parents all the time and hidden from the world. And it's all about negativity, not positivity. So I'm very anti homeschool for the most part. We never did any like group homeschool things. We went to one group homeschool thing one time to try it out, and we got there. Me and my sister, we got there, and we were just like, "Oh no, no!" I mean, we just we all left. My whole family left. I mean, the homeschool kids are weird, so weird, so weird. Anyways, so yeah, my mom went to like some one homeschool meeting or something like that, and they all got in a circle beforehand to pray, and not that there's anything wrong with praying, like praying to God, Jesus, all about God. God gives everyone everything. I mean, God's the homie. We all know this, but so they get in a circle to pray, and she's like, okay, and so they're standing there, and she like kind of puts her head down, and like some lady starts praying or whatever, and it's all lady, it's all the moms or whatever, and she's looking around, and she's like, and she looks at the shoes, and that's how she realized that it was not for her. Like everyone's wearing these like bulky, like weird, big, like sandal type, random, like ugly shit. Like she described it as practical shoes, and and then she's the only one not wearing like weird shoes. Like she's wearing like stylish whatever shoes. My mom was very stylish, but and so she's like looks down, she's like, no, not gonna work, bounces. So yeah, I mean that whole homeschool scene, like it's not cool. Um, but yeah, I mean, a lot of my teach like no one believes it, that like you're too social, you're too crazy, you're too fucking tight to be homeschooled. Um, and then like in high school, like my teachers, my freshman year and stuff, I'm like, yeah, I was homeschooled. Like when you're telling people whatever, like filling out syrup, whatever, and they were like, yeah, okay, funny. Where do you go to school? I'm like, no, I was homeschooled. And they're like, there's no way you were homeschooled. Like, you wouldn't be such a problem in class if you were homeschooled. Like, you'd be like focused and quiet and like a good kid in class. My teachers loved me, by the way, even though I was, disruptive sometimes and crazy and spoke out of line or whatever, and was disruptive. And I definitely got a lot of detention my freshman year, especially. Um, Oh, Central is a Catholic high school that I went to, and so we got, instead of detention, we got jug, justice under God, and even like the people who like, even like the teachers and like the administrators, whatever, like we all like I thought that was hilarious. I don't know why they didn't change it. I think it was just a tradition, because even everyone thought it was ridiculous. But that was funny. Like a lot of jugs, a lot of jugs. Um, Freshman year, man, I got in trouble. But I was like known as a troublemaker, and so I would get in trouble for shit that I wouldn't even do. Like one time I walked into class, and the teacher was like, "Get out!" And I was like, "What?" She's like, I see that look on your face. Like I know what you're gonna do." And I was like, "What are you talking?" I literally like, ding ling ling, like you're walking in, like the bell rings and everything, and she kicked me out of class for the look that was on my face, because she thought I was gonna cause trouble. I also got detention for getting a candy bar thrown at me, but that's just the way it is. Once you have like your rep, I guess. So yeah, I mean, there's homeschool. It was cool, man. I got to learn a lot. Learned a lot. My test scores were through the roof, and then high school dumbed me down like no other, because that's not my learning style at all. Sit in a classroom for 7 hours, man. I can't sit still for like 10 minutes. So in homework and stuff, I was like, the whole concept of homework. I'm like, if we're gonna do work, like that's what school's for. So man, my GPA and my everything went down. But yeah, homeschool for me is legit. Homeschool for everyone else is not cool, because you're avoiding society. That's my thoughts. What do you think? No one's gonna respond anyways.